oh crap, the market's not as good as what it used to be, so I'll just do nothing. But you see the market shift. We see the need that a lot of homeowners now are starting to need help with, pre-foreclosures. And that's an opportunity in itself to kind of say, here's how we can help sell your house and find you something that you can afford and not lose the roof over your head.
Hey guys, welcome to another episode of Getting Real in the Field. This is the show where we talk about all the things that you hate to do, which is following up, making phone calls, texting, calling back, checking your voicemail, and all of those pesky little things that you hate to do. And I'm your host, JP Fluellen and Khek. We didn't have your audience around
I know.
today.
I'm sorry. They kind of like petered out.
They did. Those, I tell you.
First of all,
you can't get good help anymore, I swear.
I have to say, though, I have to give it to our audience.
Oh, there they are. There's your audience. They're back in the house.
10,000 views in the last month. That's pretty. Thank you guys for cheering us on. We appreciate that.
Yes. Each and every show is another great milestone,
Seriously. Yeah.
I think that what we've got to offer is really something that people want to hear. Khek?
Absolutely, man. Absolutely. That's why we spend Wednesday evenings, Sunday evenings.
I know.
Recording this for you guys.
Yeah, I think we've really just we've come into this. We've woken, Khek. We've woken.
Oh my gosh. Okay. Oh, okay.
I just want to know who comes up with this stuff. Like, is it just, do you find out like you've been asleep for like until like, oh, I just realized I just woke today. Like all the other days up until today, I was, my head was in the sand and I was asleep and I was oblivious to all my world around me. And now I woke. There it is.
Oh man.
What the heck are we going to talk about today, Khek?
Well, I've been talking to a lot of agents lately, and some of them have so for tonight's topic, I think this will be great. I think that a lot of people are getting stressed with the market, right? And with the shifting market right now. And so either they're stressed or they're scared, right? And so how do they survive through this market shift that's going on right now?
Right.
Would that be a good topic for tonight?
I think so. I mean, I think that 0.5% shift that just happened, like people are just like, the world has just ended.
Yes.
But somehow my internet still works.
It's gotten cheaper.
Did you hear about that? They're going to try to provide free internet. Did you hear about this?
Yes.
I'm like, dude, we've already given away free stuff, free rents.
Yep.
People don't have to pay their mortgages, and now, the internet has officially become a utility and now it is going to be subsidized by the government.
Oh, that's so funny. Okay.
So anyway,
let's
talk. I think we're going to get comments right at this point in the program. We're going to start getting the comments. They're going to be flooding in.
What the hell is JP talking about?
I know. How dare he? Okay. So let's talk about this. Like,
are you getting stressed? Number one, are you getting stressed with the market shifting?
No.
Okay. What's keeping you relaxed and chilled right now? Like,
honestly, like I have, I've doubled down on the listing side of my business. And so I had a broker years ago. He said, you got to list to last. And at the time I was like, that makes absolutely no sense. I'm working with 15 buyers right now, and there's plenty of inventory. I don't understand how that is even a thing. And now that I've seen the ups and downs of the business,
yeah,
if you specialize in buyers, like you're going to be in trouble. And the problem is that one, capacity. because you can only make so many offers that don't get accepted, right?
Yeah.
And if you're showing 15 clients houses all the time, and they all want to see 2 or 3 houses, so you multiply that times 15, how many houses is that you're showing a week, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
And you just don't have the capacity. And then on top of that, how many hours are you spending on, writing offers?
Yeah. I totally agree.
So
Um, I would say absolutely, listings is a great one. What else? What else would you what helps you to sleep comfortably at night?
yeah. Um, well, I've seen higher rates even in my own lifetime,
Yeah.
and we still were able to buy a house.
Agreed. Yeah. That's
So I think it's just the
keeping a perspective.
speed to buying
Yeah.
is now, you've got to be more strategic. So
Yes.
part of that is you've got to watch your bottom line.
You know what? I'll add on to that. You hit on a very good point, and I am this is something like, when I bought my house, it was like 7.5%. This was like maybe year 2000, so 2022. I'm aging myself now. But 5% is still reasonable. Yes, there will be less, but weren't we complaining a couple years ago, even a year ago, saying, "Oh my gosh, the market's too hot. Oh, I can't buy any houses. Oh, there's no inventory." And now we're starting to see some inventory, things starting to normalize a little bit, and now we're freaking out.
Yeah.
I can't figure that one out.
I mean, the thing is, like, when you have so much government intervention, because the crash of 2008 was like a natural progression of just, it was a freaking free for all when it came to writing loans, you know,
Yep.
like, and now it's all of this, like, well, if we just, because there used to be a cycle every spring, they would raise the rate. It didn't have the effectiveness that they wanted, or buyers were literally just jumping completely out of the market.
Yeah.
And so then it would slow things down, and you have to keep the economy moving in order for it to function correctly. So when you have, and in the fastest way to move lots of money is real estate, because it's a massive purchase all day long. Even cars, you don't sell enough of those high-end cars to keep economy moving. So real estate's the fastest way to keep large chunks of money floating around out there. And but then what they would do it for, like, the month of April, May, didn't work. Rates were going back down. And so now they're like, well, we've let this cycle go on way too long. And so now they're like, the Fed is literally just interjecting themselves into the process and saying, nope, we're going to put our foot down, and we're just going to keep pushing these rates up so that we can try to slow down the speed
Yeah.
of the economy, and then try to get a handle on inflation. And so and then this war that we're going through right now is not helping, because they're pushing, you got to pay for everything in rubles, when the dollar is the global economy right now. So
Yeah.
anyways, this is not a lesson on how the economic works. However, it does get people scared with
It
all the
does.
other external things going on. And so then what ends up happening is there's so much fake news out there that it's starting to get people in panic mode, when in reality is that whatever goes on a federal level is only, like, what is it, 10% of what actually affects you today.
Yeah.
So, like, look at what's going on in your local community, and see, like, if there's any larger impacts going on, or there's other external factors. Because what the Fed wants you to do is think that, oh, well, what's happening on this, like, massive scale, or on a macro scale, that it's somehow like putting the thumb over your ability to do stuff,
Yeah.
and it's not. You got to just look at your bottom line and say, hey, do I have enough money for a down? Can I afford the payment? Let's rock and roll,
Yeah. Yeah. And so I think it's important to keep perspective. I think is what I take away from what you just said, right? Like, watch yourself, but keep the perspective. Don't panic, right? Um, I totally agree. One thing that I will always, in each of the cycles, the downturn, let's just say if it was, okay, in the .com boom, now I'm really aging myself. The 2008, right? You know, even the 9/11, you talk about war, right? In each one of those, there's these blips, but it doesn't last that long if it was to happen. So again, keep the perspective. It doesn't last that long. The number, and then the second thing is like, don't stop your marketing efforts. I guarantee you, if you decide to stand by the sidelines, you will miss the opportunity when it comes roaring back. And that's where, like, I've talked to agents when the pandemic hit, they're like, oh, I took a year off, and they missed so much. And to get back in the swing of things, it was like, oh crap, I just missed a ton of opportunities for the past year. So
Yep.
don't stay on the sidelines. Be in there, react to the market changes, right? With the marketing, double down. Like, I'm working with clients right now who are getting more seller leads, especially like foreclosures and pre-foreclosures that's coming up. So we're researching and investing in that area right now to kind of help people out, help your clients who are facing those problems. That's where the market's shifting. So step in and lean into it and help out. Don't just stand by the sidelines and says, oh crap, the market's not as good as what it used to be, so I'll just do nothing. But you see the market shift. We see the need that a lot of homeowners now are starting to need help with, pre-foreclosures. And that's an opportunity in itself to kind of say, here's how we can help sell your house and find you something that you can afford and not lose the roof over your head.
Yeah, I've got some past clients right now. What they're doing as many cash out refis as they possibly can right now, and just holding on to money and waiting for those pre foreclosures, the foreclosures, the auction sales, all that stuff to hit the market. Because at some point it's going to have to happen. I think another interjection that the Fed is going to do is because I believe that a lot of forbearances are going to turn into foreclosure
Yeah.
because most consumers cannot pay a lump sum.
Oh yeah. Yeah. I've
However, because the market is so good right now, I think banks are deliberately holding on to property and trying to maximize returns. Getting 100%, 110% returns on the defaulted loans.
yeah.
And so when they put those properties back on the market, now it's a profit center,
Yeah.
which from my understanding is not really the way that the system is supposed to be set up. They're not supposed to be in the real estate business.
No.
So I
Or
think
else.
another injection from the Fed is going to be banks, get rid of your inventory.
Yeah. Yep. Exactly. Or else they might, if they hold on too long, they might pull a Zillow. Oh, sorry. Sorry. I crossed the line, didn't I?
Too soon, Khek. Too soon.
Okay. Any other tips of wisdom there?
I think just lastly, as a real estate agent, like don't forget the tried and true stuff that made you successful, and don't overthink it, and don't let, you know, interest rates and all this other external stuff get away from customer service, and being
Ah,
being available for your customers,
yeah.
answering questions, answering your phone, and just being available and being a sounding board for your clients,
I love
past,
that.
present, future. And don't go on social and rant, because that
Yes.
because that you're just contributing to the overall problem.
Yeah. Yeah. No, I mean, I totally agree. I love that. That's a great point. You went into this business to be of service to help people find their homes. And now is the time with the market shift. Be the rock and let people come to you and say, and help them, to kind of show who you really are, and provide that service so that, you know, during this tough time, if it does happen, again, I don't think it's really a tough time. I'm just kind of saying that if it does happen, you are the rock that people will come to you for advice, for tips. But it allows you to build your relationships with your clients there.
Yep. Yeah,
So
because I mean, ultimately, like, first time home buyers don't know what the rates were,
yeah,
and so if we keep saying, well, rates used to be in the threes, well, then you've just created a problem that didn't exist.
yeah,
You
yeah,
know, kids do that a lot. They create problems that don't exist. And then all of a sudden they create panic and fear and chaos and all this stuff. You know, I mean, it's like the whole, if you keep saying, well, back in my day, then there's always going to be that, oh, you guys really had it good back in the day. It really sucks right now.
yeah.
Whereas, hey, it's a great thing that rates are right now because it's a good thing they're not in double digits, right? Oh, yeah,
Oh,
that's awesome. That's
yeah,
great. It's all about perspective and and just energy, and if you're excited about helping your homeowners getting into a house that they can afford, it doesn't matter what the rates are because they can afford what they can afford.
exactly. I love that. That's a great tip there. Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
I think we've provided a good list. Hopefully this makes sense. Like it is, based on our experience of years of like being in a business for a long time. And so we've seen cycles. And I would say, like, if you guys have any questions, how would they reach out to you, JP?
So they can actually just shoot me a text, 307-772-1184. And you can just text the word coach and it'll give you a free 30-minute coaching call for free. And or you can, if you want to know what's going on with us over at Real, you can just text the word real to 307-772-1184. And be happy to talk to you guys about anything that you're doing, struggling, whatever direction you want to go. If you're feeling stuck in your business, anything like that, just feel free to reach out and be happy to see what I can do.
Okay, awesome. And for me, check us out at our fieldnotes.ai website, which is www.fieldnotes.ai. Or you can reach out to me. My number is 425-740-0260. And I'm happy to chat with you about any of the marketing things that we're doing as well, too, helping our clients. And if you feel like, oh my gosh, should I be doing this? If you need help, feel free to chat and reach out. And I can share with you some tips of what we've been doing, how we've been helping our clients as well, too. Okay.
And don't forget to like and subscribe. Hit the
Absolutely.
alerts. We put these out a couple of days a week. And if you guys have any suggestions on topics you'd like us to cover, or you just want us to banter on something for 20, 30 minutes, try to keep you guys entertained as much as humanly possible, because that's part of the joy of having a platform like YouTube to help people have some bright spot in their day.
There you
So
go.
with that being said, that concludes another episode of Getting Real in the Field. We'll catch you guys on the next one. Peace.